An ordinary shopping trip turned explosive. What happened when Melania Trump faced an unexpected confrontation at a crowded mall? The morning sun cast its glow over Los Angeles' Beverly Center, a bustling hub where shoppers from all walks of life crossed paths. Among them was a woman whose face had graced countless headlines. Melania Trump dressed in understated elegances. She blended into the crowd, her head slightly tilted down, avoiding unnecessary attention to the casual observers. She peered, just like anyone else, scanning racks off tailored blouses and silk scarves. But for those who recognized her, the moment carried a strange sense of novelty. The former First Lady shopping without an entourage or fanfare. It was supposed to be an ordinary day. Melania browsed quietly in a high-end boutique, occasionally running her fingers over fabrics. A soft classical music played overhead. The hum of muted conversations filled the air, creating an atmosphere of exclusivity. She paused near a display of handbags, her gaze lingering on a sleek black clutch. For a fleeting moment, she smiled to herself, as if imagining a perfecto she. Cassian to carry it, but the peace of her morning was short-lived. From across the store, a woman's voice cut through the calm, sharp, loud, and unmistakably directed. "Oh, you've got some nerve showing your face." Here, head-sterned conversations faltered. The speaker was a woman in her early 30s, dressed casually, but carrying an air of righteous indignation. She had no hesitation in making her feelings known. Her piercing eyes locked firmly on Melania for a moment. Melania froze her hands, still resting on the clutch. Then with practiced composure, she turned to face her. "See, he's here," expression unreadable. The room seemed to shrink. A stench filled the space, and onlookers exchanged uneasy glances. But the confrontation was just beginning, and noon in that boutique could have anticipated what would happen next. The air in the boutique seemed to thicken as the outspoken woman strode toward Melania with purpose, her voice rising in intensity, pierced through the stillness. "You think you can just walk around like you're one of us after everything?" Unbelievable gasps rippled through the small crowd that had formed, their curiosity now shifting into concern. The woman's words were laced with anger, but there was something more, an edge of personal frustration, as though Melania represented more than just herself. Melania, still poised, turned to fully face her accuser, her features calm but firm, betrayed no sign of panic, with her hands resting loosely by her sides. She met the woman's gaze directly. The quiet confidence in her posture only seemed to agitate her, detract her further. "You stand there acting like nothing's happened, like the world hasn't changed. People like you are there. Reason we're in this mess." The woman spat, her voice shaking now with emotion. The room seemed to hold its breath. About each worker cautiously edged closer to the pair, unsure whether to intervene. Melania, however, made no attempt to respond immediately. Instead, she waited, an act that only heightened tension. Finally, Melania's voice cut through the air, low and deliberate. "I don't know you," she said simply, "but I can see you're upset. Perhaps you'd like to talk privately." This offer, spoken with such restraint, seemed to catch the woman off guard. She hesitated, her anger momentarily dimmed by surprise. But it wasn't long before her voice rose again privately. "Oh no, you don't get to hide from this. People need to see who you really are." The small crowd grew larger. Shoppers holding their bags now lingered by the boutique's entrance, whispering to one another. Phones submerged, cameras angled discreetly or not so discreetly at the escalating scene. But as the woman's voice grew louder and the tension reached boiling points, someone unexpected stepped forward from the crowd, changing everything. The crowd pressed in closer, their collective curiosity outweighing any discomfort. The woman's voice grew sharper, each word aimed like a darty. "You represent everything. Nenny, that's wrong with this country. How dare you walk around here like you're untouchable?" Melania didn't flinch. Her calm demeanor, far from diffusing the situation, seemed to fuel the woman's anger. "You've hurt so many people. Do you even care? Or are you just another symbol of privilege pretending to understand the rest of us?" The tension was palpable, now almost suffocating. Every eye in the boutique was fixed on the confrontation. The air filled with murmurs and the faint clicks of phone cameras capturing the moment. The employees stood frozen, unsure whether to step in or let the drama play out. Then, without warning, the woman took a step closer, invading Melania's personal space. Her gestures became more erratic, her voice trembling as she spoke. "People like me, we're the ones who suffer, while people like you just exist. You have no idea what it's like to be on the other side." The words carried a weight that silenced the whispering crowd. It was clear this was about more than just Melania. The woman's anger came from a deeper place, of frustration that had long been building, now unleashed on a symbol she couldn't ignore. Melania stood firm, her gaze a steady. "Understand you're angry," she began, her voice measured. "But this isn't the way to. Don't you dare tell me how to feel."